Hey guys, Dan MacArthur here. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. We got our stats package back from the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board for August, so I wanted to take you through a bit of a market update. We saw a lot of the trends that happened in July continue into August. We saw more sales, we saw more listings, we saw marginal appreciation in every single property class except for homes with acreage, and we're in a seller's market in every single property class except for homes with acreage. We're in a balanced market there. A lot of this is fueled by, some of the obvious things. Folks are able to work from home more, so they're looking to the Fraser Valley to basically get more bang for their buck. And obviously interest rates are as low as I've ever seen them. 1.74% on a 5-year fixed, that's crazy low. The big question remains, how sustainable is this? Can we keep these interest rates as low as this for the long run? That's yet to be seen. We'll see in the coming months. Let's get into the numbers and break this all down. Hey guys, let's get into it. We'll look at the HPI pricing index for every single property class. Let's start with apartments. I'm gonna read off my phone a little bit, so don't be alarmed if I'm looking down and back at the camera here. So looking at apartments first, in August of 2020, the HPI pricing index was 437,300. In July of 2020, it was the exact same index, 437,300. So we haven't seen an appreciation in condos month over month, but it has stayed the same. Looking back at August of 2019, the HPI index price was 420,600. Looking at townhomes in August of 2020, the HPI price was 463,900. In July of 2020, it was 463,200. Going back a whole year to August of 2019, the price was 547,300. Detached pricing, so like your normal detached home, in August of 2020 was 1,019,600. In July of 2020, it was 1,008,000. We have seen some appreciation there in the detached homes. Going back a whole year to August of 2019, the HPI price was 954,100. Looking at homes with acreage, we have to use the average price because there is no HPI index for homes with acreage. August of 2020 was $1,771,222 was the average price. July of 2020 was $1,898,554. Going back all the way to August 2019, we have seen some appreciation. That average price was $1,456,660. So lower interest rates and lower aggregate inventory is obviously putting some upward pressure on pricing here. As much as we haven't seen staggering appreciation month to month, we have seen it year over year, and it does appear that prices are holding strong. The next piece we'll look at is the sales to actives ratio. If you watch any of my videos, you'll know I love this to sense who's favored in the market. This is the ratio we use to say, okay, this market favors the seller, this market favors the buyer, or this market's balanced. So we call a balanced market anywhere between 12 and 20% sales to actives ratio. Above 20%, we say that favors the seller. Below 12%, we say that favors the buyer. So looking at apartments, our sales to actives ratio for August of 2020 was 23.2%. In July, it was 23.8%, so marginal decrease, not very material. Going back to August of 2019, we were still in a seller's market for apartments, 20.8%. So looking at townhomes, very strong townhome market right now. The sales to actives ratio for townhomes in August of 2020 was 41.1%. In July of 2020, it was 43.4%. Going back to August of 2019, it was 21.1%. So it was a slight seller's market last year, but we're seeing a very strong townhome market right now. Looking at detached homes in August of 2020, it was 32.2%. In July of 2020, it was 31.8%. And then going back to August of 2019, it was 14.7%. So a balanced market. Now we're in a very strong seller's market a year later. Looking at homes with acreage, in August of 2020, it was the sales to actives ratio for homes with acreage was 16.7%. That's down a little bit from July of 2020, which was at 20.7%, but still up a huge amount if you go back 1 year and look at August of 2019. Sales to actives ratio for homes with acreage was bang on at 6%. So again, these trends continue. Low aggregate inventory, low interest rates, a desire to upgrade is putting pressure on prices, and again, creating those multiple offer situations and things like that. So next we'll look at total active inventory. In August of 2020, the total amount of properties for sale on MLS was 6,348. That is down a little bit from July of 2020, which was 6,375. but these two stats are down again, feeding into that aggregate inventory problem. In August of 2019, there was 7,313 homes for sale in August. So we're seeing, again, quite a big drop in inventory across all property classes. So looking at number of sales, we'll start with apartments. In August of 2020, there was 422 transactions for apartments. In July of 2020, there was 430. And again, that's a lot more than what we saw going back even 1 year. August 2019, there was 330 apartment transactions. So again, a lot more transactions, lower inventory, higher prices. Townhomes follows the same trend, 516 transactions in August. July there was 555, and in August 2019, so a year back, only 320 transactions. Looking at detached homes, August 2020, 877 detached homes were sold. In July of 2020, 867 detached homes were sold, and then in August of 2019, there's 508 homes sold. Homes with acreage, August 2020, 62 transactions. July of 2020, 80. So a lot of folks were looking to upgrade in July, and then going back to August of 2019, there was only 30. Looking at new inventory hitting the market, so not that aggregate inventory piece, but how much new inventory is getting on the market, we are seeing uptick in listings as well across all property classes. So we'll look at apartments first. In August of 2020, there were 782 new listings. In July of 2020, there was 865, so fewer listings month over month. But looking back to August of 2019, there was only 508 new listings for apartments in the whole of the Fraser Valley. Looking at townhomes, there were 747 new listings in August. July, there was 807, and in August 2019, 518. Detached homes, there was 1,397 new listings hit the market in August. That's up marginally over July. There was 1,394, and then in August of 2019, there was 939. So again, we're seeing more listings hit the market. Homes with acreage, 107 new listings, down marginally from July, where there was 119, and then looking back to August of 2019, there was 92. So all this begs the question, where is this market going to go? As kind of discussed previously, there's a lot of factors that suggest that there could be downward pressure on pricing at some point in the future. With interest rates as low as they are, it's hard to say how sustainable that is in the long run to keep interest rates that low. And a lot of these higher prices and bidding wars are functions of just low inventory. There's more buyers than there are sellers, and we're seeing our aggregate inventory start to build again. So if interest rates go up and inventory goes up, there should be downward pressure on pricing. But again, it's hard to say what's going to happen in November as the U.S. goes through an election. That always sends the money markets and the stock market into a bit of a frenzy, which always trickles down to real estate. And there is a lot of inflationary pressure out there. All the government programs. You have to think that there is going to be some inflation or stagflation, and usually housing prices get dragged up with inflation. So there could be some downward pressure, there could be some upward pressure. It's really hard to say. I don't know. Where I see opportunity right now is the market is loving townhomes, and that market kind of bleeds into entry-level detached homes. So if you have an entry-level detached home, that's a heck of a thing to sell in this market. You're very favored as a seller. And the market loves turnkey, so if you can find an opportunity to fix up a house and flip it quickly, there could be opportunity there as well. But again, it's hard to say, if you're making one of these purchases, as much as it could happen quickly, be prepared to hold it for a while, because this market, we don't know where it's going. So anyway, guys, I know you such a politician's answer. I don't know where we're going, but if you want to talk real estate, I obviously pay attention to what's going on. So give me a call, text, email anytime. Always love to talk more about the market. All right, guys, have a great day.